Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about things that I never expected I would talk about on here. I actually wasn't going to film a video until my labor video because I didn't think that any of this stuff would happen. So I'm just going to go ahead and talk about like my symptoms and like things that I've been having and experiencing in case some of you guys are having the same thing and you're like, oh, that's me. But no one's to say if he's gonna be coming early or not. I'm due August 26th. Today is the 10th. So I still have a few weeks to go and I'm just kind of trying to be patient because I know that early labor signs can be so confusing and you don't actually really know when your baby's gonna come. I've been trying to do like my own ways of like inducing labor, but very gentle. Like I'm not trying to like go hardcore or anything. So for instance, I've been using the exercise ball to bounce, and I've also been doing like exercises and things like that on it. Nothing too like harsh or anything like that. I've also, like yesterday, I bought some pineapple. We ate spicy food. Just if you guys Google like how to induce labor naturally, like I've been doing a lot of it, except for like castor oil and like different like midwives blend of tea or whatever, whatever it is, that drink. But I haven't been doing any of that, but I have been doing like the things that I feel like are healthy and natural. So far I feel like it has been helping like push my body along, but nothing has really happened yet. Like my water hasn't broken. I haven't seen a bloody show, but I'm gonna list the things that have happened to me so you guys can kind of like see if it's relatable to you. Okay, I just want to preference, like if you're a guy on here and you're listening, you may not want to listen to this because it's very much about the female body when they're pregnant, and I think it's beautiful. I think this is something that God naturally put together for us, and this is what every woman has to go through basically to get a baby. And so if you're not mature enough to handle this video and you're a guy and you're like, I don't want to hear this, then just, you don't have to listen to this video. But I'm gonna go into basically, you know, details about what's going on with me. I think it's totally natural what's happening. So I just want to preface that before we get started. If you guys are new here, my name is Rebecca Varney. I am a soon-to-be first-time mother, and I have been pregnant for now almost 38 weeks, like literally 2 days until I have my 38-week mark. So I'm very excited about that. And I live in Utah now. I'm originally from California. So we moved out here about, you know, in April. So it's been about 5-ish months and we love it here so far. So I'm very glad you're here to visit, and thank you so much for watching. Okay, so the first thing that I've been noticing lately, and it's kind of weird, but I've been watching, and basically my mucus plug. So my mucus plug, if you want to Google that, that's totally on you. I lost a pretty great deal of it probably last week. I haven't been losing a little bit of it every day, but it's more like every other day. It's really weird. I know you can lose your mucus plug like in whole, or you can lose it in bits, and I've been losing mine like here and there. But the first time I lost a lot, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, is this a sign of labor, you know? And so I Googled it, and basically your mucus plug can actually, like if the cervix is still kind of close enough together, it'll rebuild itself. And that's basically just it's a protection barrier that goes in the cervix to protect baby from like the outside environment, if you didn't know what that was. The next thing I've been experiencing is like, they call it lightning, and so he's just been dropping more and more. Like especially today I noticed it's a lot more pressure on my cervix. I'm having to pee all the time, and it's just been like very painful, like especially on my pelvic area, because I think he's sitting on a nerve, to be honest, because like it'll be so hard to walk even sometimes. I'm trying to like sit down a lot and just rest because it just hurts too much to walk. Like yesterday I could have gone grocery shopping, but I decided to just get it delivered because it's just so much less pain I have to worry about, and it's not fun. The next one is just your bowels, your bowel movements or more. So I've definitely been noticing that I'm more regular, and I had, you know, diarrhea a couple times. And I think this is normal because your hormones are relaxing the muscles down there, trying to open your cervix. Basically your anus and all those things down there are getting loosened to prepare your body to push the baby out. So I think that that is one of the more common signs of early labor as well. I'm just trying to keep track of that. So this is interesting. Today I actually went to the doctor. My original appointment was on Thursday, but today's Tuesday. So I went to the doctor because I've been leaking more and more, and I'm just like, what is happening? Is this my water breaking? Like, is this just like amniotic fluid? And they told me that it was not my water. So I left the doctors feeling so confused. And when I got a couple messages from my friends, they're like, oh, it could just be urine, but it doesn't smell like ammonia. Like, it has no scent. It's just clear fluid. So that's why I thought it was just my water or amniotic fluid. So I have no idea, like, it still could be, but I'm just watching it to see like what it's gonna do. But yeah, my results came back negative, so it wasn't my water, and I totally thought it was. So aside from insomnia, like like lately the last 3 days, for some reason, like it varies like in different time. I'm not up like every single time frame, you know, of every night, like consistently. It's more like just I'll wake up at like 2:30 a.m. and I'll be up for like 2 hours, or I will just not be able to fall asleep until like 2 a.m. or whatever. So it's weird. Like my insomnia is getting weird. I noticed that my hormones are really picking up. Like I can cry on a whim, and I can also get very agitated and frustrated like super quick. I'm just kind of monitoring my mood swings because I know I have to like ease back, and it's pretty difficult when your hormones are like at a max. But I feel like when I have a surge of like hormones or something, it's like when you take a dose of caffeine and you just feel like, whoa. Like I actually feel that in my body, and I don't even know if that's a scientific fact. I'm very aware of what's going on with my body, and that is just so strange. So yeah, the insomnia is not fun. The overall dizziness and the total discomfort of, you know, just laying down at night is just like, it's getting so uncomfortable and not fun. So aside from today, I went to the doctor last Thursday, and they told me I was dilated to 1.5 to 2 centimeters. They didn't tell me my effacement, but they did tell me I'm dilated. So that explains why I'm losing my mucus plug pretty much, and why I'm having more pain down there. But I found that to be good news, but it can mean you're going into labor in the next day or two, or it could mean you're going into labor like in 2 weeks. So it's really just up in the air. Doctors today, she was fully like ready to go into my situation down there and check my dilation. And I said no. Like the more, I don't know if you guys know this, but this is a quick tip. The more you get checked down there, the more they want to do stuff down there. Like just know that it can up your chances for infection. So just be very mindful of that. Like don't let them just like go up there, you know what I mean, if without your consent. She didn't even ask me if she's like, okay, we're gonna go ahead and check to see if you're dilated. And I was like, no, I'm good. Because I just got checked like 4 days ago, and I'm not having real contractions. So it's like, there's no reason to experience this weird discomfort or pain right now. So I just turned it down, and both the nurses looked at me like I was crazy. But you guys, this is the thing, like you're in charge. It's your baby, it's your body, but it really is up to you, especially me. Like I'm 38 years old and I'm high risk. So I just really want to make sure that they're not gonna infect me, you know what I mean? So I'm very overprotective, yes. And you guys, some of you are probably thinking, just what's the big deal? Let her do it, you know, you were there. But to me, I'm like, it's a chance for me to get an infection, and I'm very clean. Like I don't want any of that to go on. So that's just my personal choice. I'm not mad at the nurse or anything. It was just like weird how she didn't ask me. She just was like ready to go in. So I had to like stop her in the moment. Okay, so this is something I talked about last video, but actually it's escalated a lot. So my Braxton Hicks, I've been noticing that my stomach is getting so tight and hard, and then I'm also experiencing more cramping, like more often throughout the day. So it's not just Braxton Hicks anymore. It's like slight period cramping, but I know that they're getting a little bit more intense. This is the biggest one right here. Like this is the biggest one that's pointing to me going into labor soon, aside from like maybe my mucus plug. But this is like exciting to me because I'm like, okay, well, like if the cramps are coming, then I know that the contractions are probably on their way. But it's like, who's to say if it's gonna happen in the next 2 weeks to a month, you know what I mean? So that is something that I'm monitoring as well. I have this little app that I can tell you guys what I use for even Braxton Hicks contractions, and it's literally called Contractions. And it's the green one down there at the bottom. Let me see if this thing will focus. These are all my apps that I use for baby, and it's the little green one down there, and it's just called Contractions. And basically I just press it like every time I'm having either Braxton Hicks or like a cramping type feeling, and it seems to work for me. It will pop up and say you're experiencing like practice contractions or whatever, because it's true, but it's good to get in the practice of timing your contractions anyway. Last night was the first night that I experienced a little bit of back pain, and I don't know if it was just because of the way I was sitting in my chair or what, but I was just sitting there like with my leg up and in the nursery, just not being able to sleep, just watching like labor videos on YouTube, and my back started to hurt. So I was like, I wonder, because I was cramping as well. I was like, oh, I wonder if like these are gonna be like, you know, real contractions, but it ended up just being mild back pain. So I was like, whatever, you know, it's cool. I've been really tired lately. Like I've noticed that my energy levels are just like slim to none. I've had to ask my husband to help me with cleaning and cooking and like all that stuff because I'm so big now. Yeah, being almost 38 weeks and he's measuring 10 days ahead, it's basically like I'm 39 weeks already, like with his size. So it's very hard to lug this giant pumpkin around, or you can say watermelon, but I'm struggling because it's definitely weighty. So I'm just really tired. I can literally take a nap on the couch, and I'm not a nap person at all. And it just feels good to like lay down, and I could fall asleep so quick. I like yawning right now. Okay, so that is my experience lately. I feel like I've got everything almost covered. If I'm leaving anything out, maybe I'll put it in another video. But I wanted to kind of explain to you guys like what these early labor signs could be, or it could be nothing. More signs are picking up of, you know, going into labor and stuff. So I am so excited though, and seriously so nervous. Like, yeah, because this is my first baby and my first experience, and I feel like I'm an old lady, so it's gonna be very interesting. I'm just praying for God's grace, and I'm praying that he gets me the strength to get through it. As far as epidural, you guys are probably questioning, oh, is she gonna get an epidural? Like, that seems to be like the most popular question, I feel like, but I probably will, honestly, but I don't know for sure. Like, it really just depends on my labor. It depends on how fast it is. It depends on how much pain I'm in. Like, I'm not planning on it, but I will if I feel like it's survival mode, like I have to do it. So yeah, with 2 weeks until my due date, I'm very impatient right now, and I am like ready for this baby to come. And I haven't seen the bloody show yet. If you guys don't know what that is, please Google it, because I'm not gonna explain it. But I haven't seen that yet, and my water has not broke. But me and my husband are just on alert. We have everything ready to go, and we are just so excited for this little bundle of bean joy to come. Okay, so that is my early labor signs, and we will see you guys what happens in the next few weeks to a month. I'm really hoping and praying I don't go over 42 weeks or even 40 weeks, to be honest. I'm pretty much good to go right now. Like, I don't want to be pregnant anymore. I know that sounds bad, but like, I'm just so tired. Like, my body's just ready to have this little man. I can't wait for you guys to meet Payson Jacob Varney. He is going to be a bundle of love, and we are just so thrilled that it's almost time. Like, I'm getting emotional, of course. But if you guys like this video, or if it was helpful at all, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos in the future. Thank you guys to whoever has watched these videos. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.